Jacob Hendricks. Jacob, senior running back for the Knights of Cabell Midland. Jacob, welcome in, buddy.
How you doing, sir?
We're doing fine, and obviously those Cabell Midland Knights are doing pretty well. I mean, 12-0 on the season. It's been a good year so far, young man.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been a good ride. We've really stepped our game up. We became more of a family-based team, which I think has led to a lot of our success this year.
Talk about that and kind of break that down for us. Obviously, with yourself and Devin Stapleton and Tyler Brown and Caperton Humphreys, just talking about from the backfield standpoint, talk about that team chemistry and everybody's ability to kind of work towards the same goal with being a state championship this year.
Yeah, I believe as a backfield, we became a good unit. We play as one. We play for each other. And I think we all feed off of each other's success. We all give it all for each other. We block. And, I mean, not every game you're going to have all four of us doing special things, but it's just with four weapons on the field, I mean, I think it's hard to stop. And the team chemistry between us four is just, I mean, it just starts up front, and, I mean, it just moves to the backfield, and they block for us, and we do the running. So, I mean, it's just a great team.
And we've talked about that a lot on this show throughout the year, just Cabell Midland's ability to wear teams down. I think a perfect example of that was last week against Brooke, a tight game 9-7, and then you guys pulled away there in the second half to win 30-7. Was that key in your mind, just wearing them down there in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I believe in our system. I mean, sometimes we do a little mental mistakes and, I mean, little things. I mean, but once we get rolling, I mean, it's hard to stop. I mean, it really tested us as a team to see where we stand at, see if we can make that run for our main goal this year. I mean, we're at step 13 this week, so we'll see how it goes.
And I've been around this game for a long time, Jacob, and I don't think I've ever seen a more intense coach than Luke Salmons. Evidently, you agree with me. The offense that he runs, kind of a wing tee, triple option. I mean, there are so many weapons, as Dave was saying, in that backfield. And when you start looking at some of the numbers that you guys have put up, for example, Devin and Cameron together, or Caperton rather, have combined for over 3,300 yards and 45 touchdowns. You got a quarterback in Tyler Brown that's got 9 touchdowns. Here you come. Who do you run? You run out of that wing-back position mostly?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I play the wing-back position.
Yeah, almost 600 yards, 7 touchdowns. I mean, my goodness gracious, how in the world can an opposing defense even keep up with you guys?
You know, that's what Coach Sanders, that's what he professes in. I mean, he stresses day in, day out repetition because you're gonna need those things in situations. You're gonna need, I mean, not every game Cape's gonna go. He's not gonna go for 200+ yards. Not every game you're gonna have Devin go for 200+ yards because teams start keying on certain things. But how do you key on 4 backs is the ultimate test when it comes down to it. So I believe it's a good thing that we run.
Well, you know, the other thing, too, is you talk about this being a running team, but you have 8 touchdown receptions this year, and Devin has 6. So even out of the backfield, you out of that wingback spot, I mean, you guys can score through the air as well. That's a little bit different than Cabell Midland in years past. Always that running aspect, but you guys can throw the football, and you can get in the end zone through the air, too.
Yeah. Tyler Brown's done an amazing job, like no one would understand, but he's a weapon himself because, I mean, he's great on his feet along with he has a great arm. So, I mean, just being able to pass has been, because in years past we haven't been able to pass too much, but this year we've been able to come out and actually when teams start keying on run, we've been able to dump it off for a little swing passes, a little out routes, et cetera, just to get things going so people don't key on just the run and don't load the box.
So it's Cabell Midland and Capital coming up on Saturday afternoon at 1:30, and I think back to that regular season game, and you guys turned some heads with that 21-14 win, taking down the defending state champions. What sticks out in your mind from that first matchup, and what are you looking to here in round 2 against the Cougars?
What stands out to me? They're great up front. I mean, but I believe we're more. I don't want to say afraid, but they were just a little timid at first. But they really got it together. It was one of our first stepping stones to really becoming like a physical team. And our O-line's really stepped up. We've progressed every week. I don't know where we'd be if we just stayed the same through that, but we've stepped up. They've stepped up being physical, getting us good blocks, etc. And for this game, I just believe we just do what Cabell Midland does. We just drive the ball, throw the ball, etc. And I think we'll just be just fine.